Hey guys, it's Brandon Beeman Morocco. Sorry again for another week in a row for being late. I'm sorry guys. I've just been so busy with football practice and everything. I just haven't been able to do the preview on time. I don't know what I'm thinking. I promise next week I'll get it in earlier. But enough of that. This week we're going up to Michigan International Speedway for the Carfax 400. I think it's going to be a good race. Dale Jr., before we start talking about the race and the track, Dale Jr., Friday, which was yesterday, told reporters that NASCAR needs to make the sport more exciting, and I think he's right. Because when they go to these speedways, it gets a little boring. It's so far spread out. It's just not as action-packed as the super speedways or the short tracks, with a lot of bumping and beating and banging, or in the super speedways where they have side-by-side, three-ride racing, bumper to bumper. It's just great. And then they come to these kind of tracks, and they're from first place is 5 seconds behind, and then to second place, and then from third place is another 5 seconds behind second place. It's just too far spread out, and I think Dale Jr. is right. Something does need to be done there. And so let's start talking about this race. Again, I said last time that Michigan was a race I've never seen yet. Still haven't seen it. I was in Disney World last time when it happened, and Biffle was leading. He was going to go to his first win. I would have been so happy. He had a huge lead on the back stretch coming up to, it was the final lap. There's no way Mark Martin would have caught him. Jimmy Johnson had already won out of fuel. Everyone was pushing for fuel. He gets to the turn. He runs out of fuel. Of all the bad things that happened, that's probably the worst. Mark Martin right by him, and the race is over. Mark Martin wins. He comes in a 15th place finish, I think, or maybe actually it was 4th, because the racing was so far spread out. He just rolled across the finish line and finished 4th. That's how bad it is getting. I'm not going to criticize NASCAR, though, too much, because it's my favorite sport, and I'd rather watch that than anything. Because in the end, they always seem to make the finishes exciting. But, this week, not only did I forget to make this preview on time, but I forgot to change my fantasy picks. I never do that, but I did this week. So I could either choose between two guys for the 8. It was either Jeff Gordon, who's coming off of that huge wreck. He kind of hurt his back. Or the guy I'm going to be picking, which is Kyle Busch, again. Because it's crunch time now. If he wants to make the chase, he's 13th position, 50 points out. Which, by the way, Biffle is now went from 12th to 10th, and he's got a pretty good lead. And he's coming into Michigan, where he dominated last year until the last lap. But Kyle Busch, I think he's gonna really strive to get it done, and he's gonna win this race, or maybe come in second to Biffle. But if I could pick anyone, I would have picked Greg Biffle. But Kyle Busch also, I think, will be a good pick. He's good pretty much everywhere, just like Jimmy Johnson. Jeff Gordon would have been good here, except for I don't really want to pick him because of how he says his back's hurting. My B driver, I'm gonna pick Juan Pablo Montoya. He qualified 3rd place. Martin 2nd. Vickers got the pole. He's just stepping up. He's really stepping up for NASCAR, and I think he's gonna do good. He's gonna keep a spot in the chase, and just like I said, now is the time. If you're gonna step up, and if you're gonna go back and sit in your house or trailer, then you're gonna do that. So this is where the goers go. The old saying, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. That really has to be proven true to the people who want to get going. If you want to be tough, if you want to be a chase contender, you got to step it up. If you're outside looking in, you really have to step it up. And for my other B driver, I'm gonna pick Dale Earnhardt Jr. I know it's a surprising pick because he hasn't done too well. I think he's gonna do good here. He wants to prove, if anyone's gonna make the races exciting, I think it may be him. Him and Kyle Busch. I think they pretty make it, and Greg Biffle. They make it pretty exciting because those are the three guys who stick out in my mind, who go hard all the time. And also, this guy right here, Jimmy Johnson. They all go hard all the time. And for my C driver this week, I'm gonna pick Marcus Ambrose. You can't go wrong with Marcus. And so that's my pick for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry, for being late, and I'll get it in earlier next week. So this is Brandon Beam in Morocco, signing out.